Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. Thank you for tuning in here at Illy Energy. We're so happy to have you here. Before we dive into the reading, I do just want to give a quick PSA. This reading can go for your sun, moon, rising, your Venus, Mercury, or Mars. If it applies, it applies. If it don't apply, let it fly. There will be the other zodiacs on the channel, so you can go and watch those as well if you would like. No pressure. The energy that I'm working with is not finite, so if you receive a message here that's not really hitting the way you want it to, it could be because it don't apply, but it could apply. Maybe it's something you need to hear and you don't want to hear it. Okay, that's fine. Situations can always change, right? So don't get too hung up on these readings. Okay, so Pisces, what messages do we have for our Piscean brothers and sisters? What do Pisces need to hear? What messages does Pisces need to hear? Three of Cups. Okay, so is this like a water sign thing? Because all of my water signs have been getting Three of Cups energy, okay? What else do you need to know in relation to the Three of Cups? I see the Eight of Cups. All right. Three of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Are Pisces having issues with friends? Or family? Knight of Swords, okay? And the Tower. Okay, so there are big changes happening for Pisces. I feel like Pisces, there's a little bit of trouble in paradise when it comes to Pisces. It could be with the Six of Wands. I feel like there is some trouble in paradise when it comes to Pisces. I feel like Pisces are not feeling valued. They are not feeling celebrated. They are not feeling like they are wanted and appreciated, okay? You could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you could be dealing with a Cancer, or you could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be dealing with a water sign, okay? Yeah, you're not feeling appreciated, you're not feeling valued, you're not feeling like what it is that you know you have to offer, okay? That's what I'm looking at. I'm seeing the Three of Cups and I'm seeing the Six of Wands, and I'm thinking like Pisces feels like they have a lot to give, they have a lot to offer, they have a lot of emotional not stability, but they can offer, they feel like they can offer a lot of emotional stability. They feel like they can offer a lot of love. They feel like they can offer a lot of affection to somebody, and it's something that they want to be celebrated for, right? But they are not feeling as though it's connecting for this person that they're trying to give their love to. And that is where the Tower moment is coming in. You are being forced to recognize what is going on, okay? I feel like Pisces, they like to not plug in. They like to plug out. They like to pretend that, you know, things are okay and it's all good and we're just going through a little bit of a rough patch right now and everything is going to be fine later. But everything is not going to be fine later, okay? It doesn't matter if they look okay now. It's not going to be okay, okay? There is impending doom, okay? It is coming. Okay, whatever if you might be having like arguments with this person that get smoothed out real quick, because I am seeing the Knight of Swords, so there is definitely communication being had between you and your partner, you and your friends, because this could be romantic, it could be platonic. You are having disagreements with people, you are voicing the fact that you don't feel appreciated, and it could be, you could be seeing mini Tower moments. So you guys have really explosive arguments, but you end up smoothing it out at the end of the day. Probably because you are the one that's like, oh, like, yeah, I apologize. Like, I shouldn't have taken it that way. Like, let's make up and let's get back on track to where we were. But that big Tower moment is still coming because you're not actually working on any of your problems. Because at the end of the day, you are still feeling unappreciated. We need justice. You want justice. You're not feeling like you're getting what you should be getting out of this situation. And that is why the Eight of Cups is here, because you're going to eventually walk away. And if you're not the one to walk away, it's definitely going to be the person that you are dealing with. They are going to get tired of the situation, okay? They're the ones that could be getting tired of you always bringing up the fact that you're not feeling appreciated. They could be tired of arguing with you, and then they can just get up and be like, you know what, I'm done with this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore, okay? We have Justice here. Justice with the Page of Swords. Communication is being tested, okay? You need to be more assertive, Pisces. Pisces, you need to be more assertive. There needs to be some sort of balance. You're very good on the emotional front. You're very good on playing a supportive role in people's lives. But when do you speak out for yourself? When do you say, okay, but I need this? The only time you say you need something is when you're feeling like you have no other option. That's what I'm hearing. You only speak out when you feel like you have no other option, and it shouldn't get to that point. It shouldn't have to get to that point for you to be assertive and for you to speak up, okay? Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. You're very, naive isn't the word that I want to use, but it's like your throat chakra needs some realignment, okay? You need to use your throat. You need to strengthen your throat chakra, okay? Your throat chakra right now, to me, I would say that it's getting there, but it's not all the way there. You're not able to fully express exactly what it is that you are feeling, because you are scared that if you say what it is that you're going to say, that this person will leave you. But it's gonna happen either way, or it could happen either way is what I should say. Four of Swords, I was just talking about you kind of spreading yourself thin and being emotionally available for everybody. We have the Nine of Swords against. These are some similar cards. These two cards also showed up in the Scorpio reading, so I do feel like you may potentially be dealing with a Scorpio in this situation. Scorpio is dealing with some anxiety, and you are dealing with some anxiety in this situation as well. And it is a result of you not feeling like you are able to express yourself clearly. These are actually really similar cards. I think these four cards here, both they all showed up in the Scorpio reading as well. So you could definitely be dealing with a Scorpio. And what I said in Scorpio reading is that they need to take a step back and evaluate what is going on and how they can take themselves out of their head. And that's the same thing that you need to do as well. But what specifically what you need to do, yeah, a lot of these cards actually are kind of similar to Scorpio. But what you need to do, Pisces, is you really need to speak up for yourself. I think that will be the key to getting out of this headspace. Like, this energy is just really like, ugh. You've been going through this issue with your partner, because now I'm getting like love vibes from this. You've been dealing with this issue with your partner for a very long time. This is something that keeps you up at night. You're stressed. It really stresses you out. It stresses you out so much so that it's very hard for you to focus on any one thing for too long, and you're beginning to kind of lose yourself. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you're beginning to lose yourself. Okay. It's a lot of cards. Pisces, what else does Pisces need to know? I think that's really the message, is Pisces needs to work on their throat chakra. Pisces needs to learn to speak up for themselves and Let whatever's on your mind, you have to speak. You have to speak. People are not mind readers, okay? I mean, some people are, but not everybody. The everyday person is not a mind reader, okay? So if you're sitting here, you're feeling stressed, you have things like on your chest, on your soul, things that you need to say. You have to say it. I get that you're worried about the repercussions. You're worried that you might end up alone. You're worried that you might have to start all over again. But that is just something that you may have to do. Who knows? We don't know what the outcome is yet, right? We don't know what will come of you speaking your mind, speaking your truth, and speaking how you feel, okay? Maybe you might need a mediator. Maybe you might need like counseling or something in order to deal with this in a constructive manner. Because I think that could be a saving grace here, is if you're able. King of Swords. There we go. You might need somebody who is well versed in couple issues. So it's like you have to be very selective of the type of counsel that you try to solicit. You are going to need to solicit some sort of aid to help you strengthen and to help you get what it is that you have on your mind out, okay? Because this is the energy that we're trying to gravitate towards. We're trying to gravitate and graduate towards the King of Swords. This is somebody who has absolutely no problem speaking their mind, and it's logic based. There's no emotion in it, and it's going to be difficult for you to not bring emotion into expressing yourself. And I don't think that you should look at it that way. I think, and that's the thing, like a lot of people feel like, because swords are all air energy as well, right? And people like to say that air signs are like cold and detached and all of these things, but it's not that. It's that we're dealing with matter of fact. We're dealing with logic, and we're dealing with what is in front of us. And if somebody is upsetting you, and if somebody is causing you to lose sleep, if someone is making you so anxious that you're having all sorts of psychological issues, that they're making you feel like you're going crazy, your stress is beginning to manifest physically, okay? If somebody is making you feel like you are not worthy of praise, you are not worthy of support, you are not worthy of love, you're not worthy of abundance, you're not worthy to come together and to cohabitate and to cultivate a life together. If somebody's making you feel that way, you need to get real matter of fact with them and say, look, this is how I'm feeling, okay? You make me feel like SHIT, okay? These are the ways that you make me feel like SHIT. Here are the list of things and the times and the days that you said what it is that you said that had me feeling like I ain't shit, okay? And that's what counsel will help you with. Counsel will help you with that. And you know what? That might be the Tower moment right there. The Tower moment, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know. The way that you're living your life right now is not, it's not conducive to you. Likely also isn't conducive to your partner, right? If this is something that you want to salvage, if this is something that you want to work on, then work on it. You may need a third party. You're gonna have to figure out what's important to you. What is more important to you, okay? I will say, because I for some reason I was thinking like, but what if I heard like what if they don't want to go to counseling, right? At that point in time, you have to make a choice, right? The Eight of Cups is already here, showing somebody walking away, right? I said it could be you, or it could be the person. I think it's all dependent on how receptive the both of you are to potential change. to fixing it. You may propose the idea like, hey, you know, we're both tired. We've been going back and forth. There's a lot of issues. I feel some way, you feel some way. I think we should think about a mediator. I think we should think about doing some counseling. And you have to be very like mindful about how you approach a conversation around counseling, because nobody likes to hear that they may potentially have problems, right? And you go and you tell somebody, hey, I think we need to get some counseling. They're gonna be like, I don't have a problem. There's nothing wrong with me. You're the problem. So that is when you can reach into that emotional side and approach things from a, you know what, I really care about you. I really care about us. I really want us to make it work. And I've been trying to figure out a way on how to approach you in a way that would be conducive to the betterment of our relationship. And I haven't been able to figure it out. And I feel like what may be best is for us to have a third party, like, listen to what your concerns are and what my concerns are, and try to help us help each other, and try to help us figure out a way to listen to each other and to value each other, and to help put us on track towards a healthy situation. Okay? And like I was saying, they could say no. They could say no, they don't want to do that. And that's when you have to make a choice. Do you stay? Okay? When I see the Two of Pentacles, it's like weighing the pros and cons, right? So do you stay in the situation and continue to loop through this very, very toxic cycle until that person decides that they want to leave? Or are you going to take matters into your own hands and decide that you don't want to continue feeling the way that you feel and you leave? Any other messages for Pisces? It's all about balance, okay? Everything in moderation, okay? You deserve the things that you want. Don't feel like you probably feel sometimes, or are made to feel sometimes, as though you don't deserve what it is that you want. People might try to make you feel like you're asking for too much. You're not asking for too much. I don't think it's asking for too much to have the energy that you provide to other people reciprocated, okay? We have the Star card. 2 cards in relation to balance and moderation and having hope and having faith. I think it's important that the Star card came out as well, because you may be feeling as though there's something like wrong with you. And I'm not saying that there isn't anything wrong with you, because nobody is perfect. But you may be losing hope in terms of your ability to be lovable, to be dateable. You may be losing hope in your ability as a partner, and that's not the case, because it takes 2, right? So with the Star card and the Temperance card coming out, I think they're really nice cards to come out, because it's talking about, like, there is a need for balance in the situation. The situation is off balanced, okay? It needs to be recalibrated. It needs to hit a ground zero and build up, okay? And if you're both open and receptive to building up and to starting anew, then the Temperance is a great place to start off, because you're going to be mixing and figuring out how to collaborate, right? I was talking earlier about figuring out, like, what is best for me and what is best for you. How are we going to blend our personalities together in order to make sure that we're both getting what it is that we need out of the situation, okay? And this is trying, especially if you're somebody who's like in a marriage or something, like something that's very permanent. This might be a difficult thing to hear, but don't lose hope. All hope is not lost, okay? There is an opportunity to fix this if both parties are willing to fix it, okay? That is the only way. If both parties are willing to fix it, if both parties have decided that, you know what, I really am tired of the way that we're living with each other, it's not right, we need to fix this, then there's nothing but a flat foundation once the tower has fallen to build from, okay? I do want to also say, don't be afraid to walk away. Okay, I know Pisces are a little bit afraid to walk away. They feel like they put a lot into a situation and they don't want to just leave empty-handed. They don't want to start over again. But don't be afraid. Don't let your insecurities and fear of the unknown prevent you from moving out of a situation that is not fulfilling. Okay? So we're moving into our angel cards, Pisces. Wonder what messages the angels have for Pisces. What do Pisces need to hear right now from the angels in terms of the reading that they just received? What messages does Pisces need to hear from the angels? We have reward yourself, okay? It's a good card. I haven't seen that one in a minute. I'm just going to read that to you real quick. So we have reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. All right, so I'm done. I'm going to leave it right there. Because what did I say, Pisces? What did I say, Pisces? I've been saying that Pisces is given a lot, okay? I said in the beginning that you feel as though you are not being appreciated for all of the things that you're doing. You're not being appreciated for your essence. You're not being appreciated for what it is that you bring. You've been feeling like you've been giving yourself a lot lately, and it is time for you to what? It's time for you to receive, baby. And you know what receiving is? Receiving is you speaking up for yourself and saying, hey, this is what I need. This is what I want. These are my expectations, okay? How do you, as the person who is choosing to be with me, how are you going to make sure that I am being treated appropriately? Make time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a constantly high level. You drew this card because it's time to reward yourself for all of your hard work. Everyone needs rewards, and you are no exception. A treat will boost your energy, mood, and motivation. Invest in yourself and make time for self-care today. Give yourself a much desired item, trip, or service, and notice how your inner child blooms with joy from this loving attention. Additional meanings for this card: take the day off of work today, splurge on a treat for yourself, balance giving and receiving, make sure that you're allowing yourself to receive, appreciate all that you've done. Okay, so I also like where the angel card is going with this as well, because Pisces, you are waiting on your partner to appreciate you, okay? Should your partner appreciate you? Absolutely. I don't think anyone should be in a relationship with anybody that doesn't appreciate them, because what is the point of that, right? But you're waiting for your partner to validate you as a person, okay? Invest in yourself and make time for self-care. Give to yourself and watch the boost in your energy, mood, and your motivation. Hold your partner accountable, because your partner should be treating you right. But you also have to treat yourself right. Your partner is not your parent. They're not your mom. They're not your dad. They didn't give birth to you. They did not bring you into this world, okay? And especially if you are an adult and you are watching this, you are the one that is in charge of your own happiness, okay? It is up to you to design and to cultivate a life worthy of living for yourself. You set those standards, right? You set that standard for yourself. I really like the message, reward yourself. Reward yourself, Pisces. It's very imperative for you to take time for self-care if you are living in a state where you feel like you're always on edge and you're walking on eggshells and you're constantly anxious. You know, that's no way to live. So it's very important for you to take a day, especially, I know like quarantine is kind of lifting, but a lot of people are not back to work in the same capacity as they were before. So maybe one of these days you need to just take a day to do absolutely nothing. Maybe that's a form of self-care. If you're somebody who likes to get your toes done, go get your toes done, okay? You will give your partner money to get their toes done, but are you getting your toes done? You can't give too much of yourself without getting anything back, okay? And if you're in a situation where you're already feeling as though you're not being appreciated by your partner, you at least have to appreciate yourself. You at least have to do nice things for you. Okay? I really like this portion of the reading because it brings the attention and it brings the accountability back on you. If you are waiting for your partner to validate you as a person, you need to get out of that mindset. You need to get out of that thought process, because nobody is going to make you feel good about you but you. Okay? Pisces, reward yourself. Thank you.